Welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to find the distance in the coordinate plane using the Pythagorean theorem. This is a concept that's going to come back several times once you're in high school, so make sure to pay attention. Find the distance between point A, 1, 4, and B, 6, negative 3. The first thing we have to do is, graph these coordinates. Remember, our coordinates, our x value is first and our y value is second. So we're going to go to +1 on the x-axis and up to 4. That is the location of point A. Point B is located at +6, negative 3. So we're going to go to the right to +6 and down to negative 3. And our goal is to figure out the distance between these 2 points. And as you can see, we can't just count the boxes because it doesn't line up nicely. So we're going to turn these 2 coordinates into a triangle. And hopefully you can now see how we'll be using the Pythagorean theorem to solve. Well, there's our right angle, and our right angle is always across from C. So the distance we're trying to find is actually the C value in the Pythagorean theorem. A and B doesn't matter which side you label. So let's go ahead and start plugging it in to our formula. Well, to figure out the value of A, we have to count the side length of A. Well, A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units in length. We'll add that to B. Well, B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units in length. And that will help us determine our C value. Just like we've said in all the other videos, you can type in 7 squared plus 5 squared right into your calculator. So 7x to the second plus 5x to the second equals 74, and that's going to help us determine our C value. The most important thing to remember is your final step is to always take the square roots. 74 is not our answer because C doesn't have an exponent, so we have to get that exponent of 2 to go away. When you type in 74 and hit the square root button, you get 8.60, and that equals C. Let's go ahead and round this to the nearest tenth. Well, that means the 6. So our final answer, since 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, let it rest, that 0 is not going to impact our 6. So our final answer is 8.6 equals C, or 8 6/10. Find the distance between points C, 3, 1, and D, negative 3, 5. So the first step we have to do is graph the points. C is located at +3, +1, and D is located at -3, +5. So this is the distance we're trying to determine. Let's go ahead and create our right triangle so that we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find this distance. Our right angle is always across from our C value, and it doesn't matter which side you label A or B, just as long as the C value, C side, is labeled correctly. Let's go ahead and begin plugging these values into our formula. Well, A has a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4. So A equals 4. Plus our B value, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will help us to determine our C value. So just like we've been saying all along, type this whole thing into your calculator, 4 squared plus 6 squared, and hit equals. And you should get 52. The last step is to always, I hope you said, take the square root. So we have to take the square root of 52. 52 square root equals 7/21, or as you guys like to say it, 7.21. And like we did in the previous video, let's round it to the nearest 10th value. So our 10th value is where the 2 is located. So that 1 is not going to have an impact on our value. So our final answer is 7.2, or 7 2/10. Let's practice one more together. Find the distance between the points E, 0, 3, and F, -4, 0. E is located at 0, 3, so we're not going to go left or right. We're just going to go up to +3. F is located at -4, 0, so we're just going to go to the left to -4 and not go up any values. So this is the distance we're trying to determine. Let's go ahead and draw a triangle so that we can use those side lengths to find the value between E and F. Our right triangle is always across from C, and let's label our sides A and B. So our formula A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We have to count the side length of A, and the side length of A is 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add that to the side length of B. B is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will help us to determine our C value. So go ahead and type in 3 squared plus 4 squared and hit equals. You should get 25. And the last step is to always take the square root. So we have to take the square root of both sides, and you should actually know the answer to this one. The square root of 25 is 5. So this one requires no rounding. These are our favorite types of questions. Now it's your turn to practice. Go to Pearson Easy Bridge and begin working on 7.4 Math Excel. If you feel like you need more help before you practice, watch the videos I assigned on Pearson.